So this practice, I would say, not very good. Or at least if was a little good in the beginning, and then as time went on, it started feeling really bad. Or at least mentally wise. So discus, I have a lot of discus videos. You'll see the first two I sent you. I was feeling really good about the technique. The first video I was working on the hip, and I slowly progressed into working on adding in the right leg. And I thought it was pretty good. And then slowly towards the end of the video, it felt like when I was focusing on adding in the right leg, I wasn't doing the hip, so I stopped thinking about the right leg and trusted it while doing everything else. And then the second video, I was trying to work on the same things. All these videos kind of feel like a blur because it feels like the same thing over and over. I also got a side video of trying to work on those two things. And then the throwing. The throwing, I shut my brain off. I didn't think about anything. Absolutely nothing. And it was difficult, and it was hard. It was pretty hard. I would say my favorite throwing video was, well, I guess there are more than 6 videos of discus. It's the 6th video of my throwing that I simply just drop my hips and try to do as hard as I could. And you'll see in the second throw I actually had to find a stand, and I think the third throw was almost the same thing. The throws didn't go very far. The throws didn't go very far on all of my throws. Whether it was because of the technique or because of the wind. I know in the discus videos I would see the discus sometimes come up. There were times where it stayed back and then came up. It was just bad. I would say I was throwing it was hard for me to throw 120. I would say I was getting around 120 and below. Maybe it could also be because of the wind. The wind was it's still blowing right now. The wind is really bad today. And it's blowing directly from my right side. Or sometimes, just from my right side, or sometimes even behind. I'm at the shot put ring, so it's a little different over here. But it's coming from my right side. And sometimes that way when I'm facing forward. But I like the 6th video just because I really tried putting all full trust in it, and I allowed myself, or I caused myself to drop, and that was my favorite part. Everything else I didn't like. It's just, it was making me so upset. Shot put was making me even, well, actually I was really upset. And shot put I was upset from discus. And then my mindset was becoming even more negative as time went on, especially in shop. In shop put, I'm just really very upset. But like, I'm so upset it's even hard for me to talk about the videos and what was going on, because I'm just so upset by them. And it's just, I guess I'm upset because they're not going far. I'm upset because of trying to trust the technique, but when you see the results of trusting it, it's kind of hard to trust it, you know? Or I put trust in it and I try to use power into it, and then I see the result of it, and it makes me feel like it's not working, or there's just something wrong, and I'm just more upset with myself more than anything. And I was watching the videos. I was watching Valerie Ullman and seeing how much power she was using in her throw. Kind of like when you sent me the shot put videos. I did it for discus this was right before I started throwing, so I could get the image of my mind, and I just rhythm, trust, and I tried to blast it, and they didn't go, like I said, they really didn't go very far. It was like 120 and below, and this was for all the throws. And I was getting really upset with myself because I just couldn't understand. And then I would watch the video, and I guess sometimes it looked like my hip was coming, or it didn't. The hip pathway confuses me, because I see that the hips pop out. Well, the hip leans towards the side, but it also pops out. But it feels like it's so weird. It doesn't feel like I'm doing it right. That's also the problem. Like, when I try to trust it, I honestly don't feel anything, or probably because I'm not focusing on anything. So I don't feel anything when I throw. And then it doesn't feel like I'm using power in the end when I throw. And it's so difficult. Because usually when I focus on something, I'm able to feel it, because I'm focusing on that specific thing, and I know that I did it. With these throws, I was just trusting it and putting power into it, so I didn't feel anything. And it was frustrating because I wouldn't know if I did it right, and then I look at the video and I still don't, and to me it just looks all wrong. And then shot put, this is kind of where my anger is starting to peak. I think I only did 2 or 3 videos of shot put. But shot put, you'll see the first video I'm working on the hip, then the right leg. I think I'm working on the hip and the right leg in the second video. And the second video, it looks like it actually looked pretty good to me. And then the third video, I started throwing. The problem is I didn't see these videos until the very end when I was completely done. So in the first video, I'm upset. The second video, I get even more upset. And the third video, while throwing, I was just upset even more. And my mindset was just downright negative. I didn't throw far with these either. And then I looked at the videos right after because I told myself that I needed to stop because the mindset I was having was not good. And I just had to force myself to stop because I've been out here since 3:30 and I think it's 6:09 right now. I was just getting very extremely frustrated with myself because it was just the same thing, same feeling with discus. I wouldn't feel anything. And then, the third video I was throwing, the throws weren't very far shot put. I was also noticing that my base was getting shorter. I don't know why. Or I noticed that it was getting shorter, I think, in the second video, and then in the third video, when I was looking at it, I noticed that it was short. The third video, you'll see that I had to fight and stay in the ring in one of my throws. I think it was the second one, or the third. No, I think it was the second one. Honestly, I don't think the technique looked too bad in shot put, besides the first video. The first video, I'm just plainly working on hip. But, yeah. So, did not like this practice. Mentally wise, I don't even know about the technique. I'm so upset it's hard for me to even think about the technique. But when I look at the technique, it's just gonna make me even more confused and upset with myself, so. But yeah, it's crazy windy out here. I can't tell you how many times my tripod fell in the beginning when I was trying to video, so I ended up sticking like a cone to it. I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can. I ended up taking a cone and just planting it on my tripod just to have it up there. But, yep, that was a practice. I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you later.